I cannot. I'm a real liberal, first of all. Like, I'm actually a real liberal. I'm actually support liberal values. I think about things. Real liberals don't do that. Real liberals don't do that. And I just want to say, like, I think Nicole Thomas Kennedy is a shitty person. She is. And we need to realize that, and we need to get over it. There's a lot of shitty people in this city. There's a lot of shitty people, and she's a shitty person too. And shitty people sometimes, do shitty things. They write shitty tweets. They treat people shitty. They don't respond in a way that isn't shitty. They're not always uplifting to people. They're not always kind. They're not always nice to talk to you. They don't always make you feel good. Sometimes they push your buttons. They do mean things. They do abusive things. Sometimes shitty people do that. And sometimes people are shitty. And Nicole Thomas Kennedy is a fucking shitty person, for sure. But that's not the point. And anybody who says she isn't is delusional. Obviously, she's abusive. So I just want you to know, this is me in Seattle right now. Like, I'm full of a bunch of abusive people. Like, there's a lot of abusive people. Most of Nicole Thomas Kennedy's supporters are abusive. But they're still voting for the right person. They're still voting for the right person. But the right person might not even win because of because of the fact that she's shitty and that she's abusive. And then Nicole Thomas Kennedy and supporters are also a little bit abusive and shitty. But being that I am not a shitty person, and I've been through a lot of therapy. I've read so many clinical therapy textbooks. I have an AA degree in chemical dependency counseling. Because of all these things, and the fact that I'm a product of my environment, because of that, and because of my unique privilege as an attractive, uneducated, white male who's read so many books, and who's been homeless before, and who's I can't even say all of my privilege. I wish we were at the place where I could, but I can't even acknowledge all of my privilege. I'm not allowed to in this world we live in today because of my special circumstances. Because of that, I know that we need to stop pretending she's not a shitty person. Like, just say we're not going to talk about it anymore. Stop trying, really. Because you're never going to convince people who are pissed off about her tweets that she's not shitty, that they're not horrible tweets to send. But that's not the point. The point is that everything she brings to the table is so important and so good and so much. Literally. Ugh. So, I mean, why are we trying to convince people who don't understand how things should be, how they should be? Just change it.